So it's been about 2 weeks since I uploaded my last video. Okay, I don't know how I'm gonna keep saying road to 10K and not upload. Hear me out. I don't have an excuse. Just didn't really feel like recording reactions, you know. I just didn't feel like making any reactions. But okay, I did come with a video. I have listened to 4 albums in my 2-week time period off or whatever. So I'm gonna rapidly review them. Tell you what I think. These aren't necessarily new albums at all, and I've heard one of these albums, so it's just me kind of telling you guys what I've been doing. So first album I listened to, Saint Anger by Metallica. Listened to this album a few years ago. Did not enjoy it too much. Came into it, was like, oh, maybe I'll enjoy it more now. I was wrong. I did not enjoy this album more. I just don't understand this album. Like, this is such a weird album. It's like a Metallica album for people who don't want to listen to Metallica. I don't understand it, okay? It's very weird. It's very odd. Is there some things I like about the album? There's some things that I thought were enjoyable, but this is not a good experience. This is not a good album. I just don't see how Metallica just crafted this up. I don't know what the hell was going on in the studio, but this album is doo-doo butter. I'll give this shit like a 2. Next, I listened to Ziet by Rammstein. Is it Ziet or whatever? I think it's called Ziet. Is it Ziet? Because Ziet means time. I tell you, I remember, bro. I remember that German, okay? Now, the hurdle with this album, obviously, for me, is that the shit is in German, okay? I don't speak fucking German. If you're a German person want to teach me how to speak German, I'm gonna download Duolingo, bitch. Anyway, this is the first full Rammstein album I've listened to, and I was not disappointed. This album's fucking fire, okay? What I like about this band is they're not afraid to just do whatever they want to, right? They don't follow this like single linear path. Like, they just make whatever sounds good to them. This album is fire. It has some really good songs. It's great. It was a great listen. For my first time listening to a full project for them, it hit hard for me. Like I said, I will go back and kind of read the English versions of the lyrics so I knew what the hell they were talking about. But there wasn't a single song on this album where I was just like, oh, you know how you have like filler songs? I love this album through and through. If I had to give this shit a rating, I'd give this shit a 9. The next album I listened to was Court of the Dragon by Trivium. I actually missed out on this album when it eventually came out, and I ain't gonna lie, I was kind of concerned about it because it came out, I believe, a year after what is it called? What the Dead Man Says or something like. I think that's what the album before this was called. And I'm not a big fan of artists in general, not even just bands, artists in general. Not a big fan of artists releasing albums that close to each other. I like a couple of years breaks in between albums, okay? Let me simmer on your current album. So I'm always concerned when we get fast albums or we get albums back to back like that, because I'm like, how much time was put into this album? But that was not the case here. This album was absolutely fantastic. It was heavy as hell, had some really good riffs. Obviously, Alex came through and killed it on the drums. So I thoroughly enjoyed this album, and like I said, I was really concerned. I was like, oh no, it's only been a year since your last album, and that just that worries me, okay? You never know how it's gonna come out, you never know how it's gonna sound, but I'm happy to report this album came out pretty damn well, okay? I would give this shit like an 8.5 out of 10. It was really goddamn good. A lot of replayability for me. 8.5. The last album I listened to was an album I believe I listened to a few years ago. You never got to stream because it got blocked, and it's OK Computer Radiohead. Now, initially when I listened to this album, I was like, okay, like I thought it was solid. Going back and listening to this album with my mindset today, this shit is a goddamn masterpiece. It's so fucking weird. It's such a weird, creepy ass album. That's the best way I can describe it. It's a weird, creepy fucking album. But the shit fucking slaps. I love this shit. This shit made me feel eerie. It made me feel just weird. It made me get fucking goosebumps. It was really weird, but it was really fucking good. And I enjoyed it. I don't know, like, I really wanted to do a full album review for this album in particular, but I guess we can deal with this. I really like this album a lot. Like, this Listening to this album, it catapulted into my top 15 albums I've ever listened to. It's that damn good. I give this shit a 10 out of 10. I fucking love this album, okay? Those are all the albums I've listened to like the last few weeks. If you guys enjoyed this video, I can make more of these because I enjoy listening to music off the fucking off camera. Like I listen to stuff off camera, specifically albums. So if you want more videos like this, let me know in the comment section below. Adjustment I kind of wanted to do too, but I just didn't this time, was kind of bring it up by like listing out the track list and kind of doing like a point for my favorite song, pointing out what my least favorite song was, pointing out some honorable mentions, pointing out what was the most popular song, stuff like that. I know I like stuff like to see how my opinion differs from other people. I think that'll be a cool concept to just kind of be like, how was my opinion differ from what the majority says? What was my favorite? What's the most rated? You know, stuff like that, okay? What had the best what and what. If you guys enjoy this or enjoy that concept or that idea, let me know in the comment section below. Because I like these type of videos. It doesn't take long to make. Obviously, it's not as in depth as a regular album review would be, and I don't think this would replace album reviews because I still want to do album live streams and album reviews. But I think this is a good way to express my opinion on like reviews you guys don't necessarily, or like albums I listen to that I don't necessarily tell you guys about. Like I listen to these albums, you know. Okay, so I think this will be a good short for that. Video doesn't take long. I like the idea. Sorry, it's been 2 weeks. Okay, you'll get some reactions tomorrow. Actually, I know Arch Enemy has a new album that just dropped, so we'll be checking out some songs from that. And I have to finish the Ghost album. So let me know what you think about this. Comment section below. Can you tell it's been 2 weeks? As always, motherfuckers, pass class, don't eat ass. I'm out this bitch.